Our first nominee to be honored is Joan Baxo. Would Joan's husband please come up here to receive this honor? Joan is being honored posthumously. Joan Baxo was born and raised in Ohio and studied ballet for 18 years before college, where she received her master's degree from Kent State. While there, she was an avid ice skater and was also a synchronized swimmer. After their marriage in 1960, Joan and Don lived in Ohio, Wayzata, Minnesota, and Salt Lake City. Joan was a kindergarten and primary school teacher for 27 years before her retirement. While in Salt Lake City, Joan held various offices for the newcomers, similar to a welcome wagon, and in 1997-98 served as their president. This organization has a membership of about 500. While in Salt Lake City, Joan was also in charge of the Assistants League for 2 years, and the league saw a significant increase in profits during that time due to Joan's friendly face and personality. She has gone from Salt Lake City for 11 years, and people still go to the Assistants League and ask for Joan because of her friendliness. Joan and Don moved to Mesquite in 2002. Joan became involved in the Desert Dames, the Red Hat Ladies, and golfing. She and Don also joined the Methodist Church and served on council, the building committee, the stewardship committee, and were church elders. Joan was also on the leadership committee of the leadership team for Stephen Ministry. Joan had been initiated into PEO Chapter AE in Cleveland, Ohio in 1988. PEO is a philanthropic educational organization for women to help women finance college. After coming to Mesquite, Joan organized PEO Chapter AM in Mesquite, which was chartered on January 29, 2006. Joan had begun showing symptoms in 2002, but was not diagnosed until 2007 with multiple systems atrophy, MSA. This is a neurodegenerative disorder with no known cause, treatment, or cure. MSA affects parts of the brain that control blood pressure, walking, balance, speech, vision, and swallowing. Most with MSA only live 5 to 8 years after onset of symptoms. The fact that Joan lived 11 years after onset of symptoms can only be attributed to the excellent care given by her husband and family. Joan Baxo died on June 1st, 2013, at an age of 76, having been married to Dawn for 52 years. Even when she could no longer speak, no longer even raise her hand to wipe her nose, and confined to a lift chair, Joan was always smiling and in her own way communicated as best she could. Joan's PEO sisters continued to come away from visits with her with such a feeling of peace and inspiration. PEO Chapter AM would like to nominate Joan Baxo posthumously to be honored as one of the women of distinction. This award is being accepted by her husband, Don. He deserves it, crown.
Thank you very much. I'm proud to be able to accept this for Joan. Thank you.
Our next, I was going to say contestant, but nominee is Karen Beardsley. Would you come up, please, Karen? Sneaky, huh? Karen Beardsley, a Marine wife and the mother of 4 boys, lived in many different areas of the country, was always interested in politics and how it worked. After moving to Mesquite, Karen and Lucille Christensen traveled to Las Vegas for about 5 years to attend to the meetings of the League of Women Voters. During that time, Karen thought, why not organize a league in Mesquite? After much hard work, a small group of determined women did just that in order to come up with the required number of members. 20 at that time. Some of the husbands were listed as members to make that quota. The league was officially organized on September 6, 2006. Karen Beardsley and Karen Beausoleil were the first co-presidents and served 2 terms from June 2007 through May of 2009. Karen also served as co-president again with Karen Beausoleil for 1 year from June 2010 to May of 2011, and now serves as vice president with a term from 2013 through 2014, through June of 2014. The offices she now holds. These are my son's glasses. I left mine home. The office she now holds as vice president requires finding speakers for the meetings, and Karen has also been arranging all of the publicity for the league in the absence of a corresponding secretary. Karen also serves as a field register of voters for Clark County, and in the last 3 elections drove to Las Vegas and registered voters on the last day before primary and general elections, and she worked on election day in Las Vegas at the election department. Karen has served as a field register for Clark County with the league in Mesquite at the Mesquite Senior Center, where she takes turns regarding registering voters on Thursday during lunch. The work Karen has done for the league in the past 2 years has been extremely difficult for her because of some difficulties at home, and yet she has done so without complaint and very willingly. It is with much admiration for all this woman stands for that the League of Women Voters of Mesquite would like to nominate Karen Beardsley to be nominated as one of the women of distinction.
That's all right, I have a lopsided. This is yours. Thank you very much. I only want to say one thing real quick, well, maybe a few things real quick. I've never known to say just a few things. I can't do this by myself. She made it sound like I did, but I didn't. I've always had very, very good people on the boards that I've worked with or worked under me or whatever you want to call it. They've been very, very active. They're very proactive. They also have a very good idea of how to be non-partisan political party. That's what we are. That is a very narrow line to follow. So it's fun, it's challenging, and you're more than welcome to join us at any time. And all our meetings every month are open to the public, so you're welcome to come. Thank you.